Well. Welcome back to the Three Cap podcast. It's definitely been a minute. 2023, it's a new year. I can't even remember when our last stint was. When was our last episode?
Jeez.
Would have been
Definitely
just
last
before
year.
Christmas, yeah. Just
Was it the week
after our
before?
holidays?
Yeah, it's been
early-
it's been a good month.
Yeah,
Could
at
be.
least.
I think it
Yeah,
was
month
the.
and a half.
I think it was the episode where just after the final of the World Cup, the Rugby League World Cup, or maybe the week after that.
Maybe a month and a
Really?
half.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a bit rusty. We're coming in today, freestyling it, so to speak. Don't have any set topics yet. Hopefully, we'll kind of get back into the gist of things as well. I've just realised that I've forgotten the three cap multi. We'll get to that in the end, but we've got a few things. First of all, 2023 is the year of the Dolphin. Obviously, you guys are repping the kit. I've got the hat on. I have got my jersey in the closet. I was gonna dust it off, but I think I might save that for the big day.
Yeah, but you haven't come out yet. So
What?
you haven't come
You're
out
still
of the
in
closet
there.
yet. So
I'm still in there.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I'm still in the closet. I'm not too comfortable
Coming out yet.
with my
Yeah.
sexuality yet for that one.
Yet.
But yeah, I think I
Let's
might
get-
save
let's
that
get
save
in
that for the big day. But on the topic of Dolphins, don't even know how to say his name. Our newest signing.
Tessie New.
Where's he from? What's he like? Who is he?
He's from Brisbane. He was signed with the Broncos.
Yeah,
Um,
forward, back. Come on,
back.
give me the rundown.
Yeah, back. Plays fullback predominantly. Can play centre.
That's right. I think you're saying that.
Wing at a push. Young kid.
And
common.
how old?
He'd be 20, 21?
21.
21, 22.
Around that.
Yeah, around. Can you do
21.
something for me?
Around that.
And I remember you saying he could be the starting fullback.
I think so.
I think he should be.
Where's Asako going to go?
Don't really care about Osaka.
Yeah.
Just chuck
I'm
Hamaso
I'm
on
sort
the
of-
centers, maybe.
I'm
wing.
I'm happy for either Tessie or Hamaso to be our fullback, and the other one to be one of our centres. Edric Lee on one wing, obviously,
Yeah.
and I think Asako takes the other wing spot.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say he takes that other wing spot is because we need a goal kicker.
Yeah.
We don't have a goal kicker, and I think
Is that the only reason Asako gets in there?
I think under Wayne Bennett he's definitely good enough. Under Wayne Bennett he was
Playing his best
yeah,
footy.
playing his best footy. Wayne Bennett left. He got moved around a fair bit. I think they pushed him to fullback, which I don't think is a spot in the NRL.
Definitely not.
He sort of got lost and then pushed out and never came back in. But I do think under Wayne Bennett, hopefully he can find his best again and as a winger. But yeah, just for the goal kicking, I think he needs to be in there.
Well, I did email that goal kicking video of me and you to Wayne Bennett, so
Yeah.
that offer is on the table. I think the salary cap issues can't afford us, kind of
Yeah.
thing. So
Well, it makes sense.
might have to do a bit of clinics down there. But
Yeah.
So backline, give a quick backline. What's the backline?
My backline
Yeah.
I want.
Yeah. Or what do you think will be the backline?
I think the backline will be Hamaso, Edric Lee. Ewan Aitken, Tessie New, and Rob Jennings, I think will be the five.
Yeah.
And then obviously Milford and O'Sullivan.
Wow, no, the sponge
Yeah.
doesn't make the cut.
No, see, there's a few, like, it depends how his preseason's been. Obviously, he's a massive dude, but I don't actually mind him. Watching his highlights, he's a big dude, fast, he's pretty skillful.
Yeah, and because I think you sent me that video of on the Horoscope podcast.
Yeah.
Of him reacting to the
highlights.
Crazy ass highlights, but a bit more, a bit raw.
Yeah.
Hopefully under Wayne Bennett we can kind of
Get a bit more league into him.
and that experience because he seems a bit
Lost at times.
sometimes, and especially when he's kind of around the team mucking around. We're not here to muck around, buddy. Come
Bit of
on.
a joker.
Yeah, a bit of a joker, the spongy. But I've got down here, just from stolen your notes, Bulldogs 2024. What's going on there?
So there's a little bit of, well, Obviously, the signings they've made this year, I think they'll take a massive step. But then there's a couple for 2024 that I think really increases their chances. And there's only at the moment really Penrith and the Roosters that I see challenging for the title next year.
Are Bulldogs in that conversation?
Not next year.
But they're a top 8
Not
team
this
next
year. Sorry, this year I'm talking about.
Yeah,
this year.
2023, sorry. I was
Next
thinking
year,
of 2022 as well.
If they can get a halfback, if they sign a decent halfback, they will go close. I think they've got they got a crazy side, and some of the signings they've made for 2024.
Yeah, I've just realised 2024 is next year.
Yeah.
Not,
That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
line.
But something about the Bulldogs and years that end in 4. So 1994, 2004, 2014, potentially even 1984. They went on to the grand final every single one of those years.
2014, what was that grand final?
Bulldogs
Rabbitohs.
versus the Rabbitohs.
Rabbitohs broke.
And
the
Rabbitohs
drought.
won. They didn't win them, but they've
Yeah,
every year
they
that ends
made
in
the
it, they've
final.
made the grand final.
Was that the great goanna?
Yeah,
Oh, talk about a try celebration. That might have to be
yeah.
the draft for next week. The
Try celebrations.
the try celebration, or like a signature celebration.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, and I'll edit the clips in, but I'll chuck in a little clip of Greg Inglis just 'cause I love that goanna. Oh my god.
But yeah, I was looking at it today. If they can get a decent halfback, their backline will look something like this with Stephen Crichton at fullback, which I've already signed. Josh Adokar,
When did they sign him?
Crichton.
a couple of days ago.
Couple of days.
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
You guys show how much I've been on my phone.
Yeah. Josh
Far
Adokar.
out. That's for 2024.
Yeah.
Far,
The
I'm
young
a Doggies
kid,
fan too.
young kid
Doggies
that
are on.
no one's, well, some people may have heard of, but Paul Alamotti,
No idea.
freak.
Oh, that's
Like
good.
this dude's a freak.
And they've signed him for next year as
No,
well.
he's already signed. He's come through the Bulldogs juniors and everything. I believe he'll play this year.
Yeah.
He'll probably be one of their centres this year. Bronson Sherry, which
With an X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably never seen. Maybe you have.
I've never seen him. I've just seen that name with the X.
Yeah. Was a gun. Obviously got caught up in some,
Who did he play for? Did he play for
Cronulla.
Played for Sharks.
Cronulla?
and then he had a little bit of a doping ban. A little mistake. 3 years. He's still only 24.
So he's already served his time.
He served his time. He's back. They've signed the Bulldogs have signed him for 2024. And Jacob Carraz, the young Lebanese kid, Matt Burton at 6. If they can get a halfback, that back
They're a
line
good
is
shot.
gun. That back line is gun.
So it's looking good for Bulldogs next year.
Yeah.
If they can get the halfback.
If they can get the halfback.
Which is who's the Dolphins think they're going to sign him. Who's coming up next year? Oh my god. Is it that Eels do? Is it Moses?
Mitch Moses.
Is he
Yeah.
coming up for?
No word. I doubt it.
He hasn't re-signed. He hasn't re-signed with the Eels. He hasn't signed a contract anywhere else. I don't know where he'll go. I think the Bulldogs have the most money to offer him, but then as well the Tigers are trying to get him back.
He'll go to Bulldogs. He's around home. But that brings me to the subject. I'm sick of players using the Dolphins as leverage.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay any mind to any announcement of Munster, Ponga, Brandon Smith, Dylan Brown, Fick. Not happening. I'm not going to listen to it. So, top 8, we've pretty much just gone through that. Dally M predictions, coach.
Dally M. For this year.
Yeah.
That's rough because I don't know who's going to be on the field.
There's only one guy that comes to my mind.
Literally
Cleary.
same.
Yeah.
Probably.
What?
Jerry.
Cleary.
Me too.
I was going to say Anthony Milford, but
Me, Anthony Milford, or
Yeah.
O'Sullivan. One of
yeah,
the two.
Anthony Milford. Anyway, I don't know what
Two-way
team-
tie between the
I
two
don't know.
halves
Use
of
your Panthers
Dolphins.
boys, but the NBA kind of glares over the NBA of recent. Who? I'll start with you again, Coach. MVP and chip predictions. Has it changed? Where we at now with the NBA?
Yeah.
Because I think
I
this
think-
shit is wide open.
It's way more diverse now than I thought it was back, but I think either probably Luka or Jokic get the MVP now.
100%.
Tatum's playing good, but he's in a good duo. That's the problem.
I think if Jokic hadn't won the last two, he'd win it.
Yeah,
But because he has, Luka's got
Luka's
to win
probably
it.
gotta
Man.
win it.
Like he's unbelievable.
he's unreal. Chip predictions, that is a whole nother ball game. But Celtics are pretty decent, and I think with that finals experience under them from last
Who's
year,
the one seeds?
Celtics, I think,
Celtics
and Nuggets.
Yeah.
Nuggets are one
And the
seed.
Nuggets.
Nuggets are a good shout this year.
Nuggets are a good shout. They're going on. I reckon that might be the finals, depending on who comes matchups. But the Kings are unreal. They're playing. They're third seed.
They're not. They're third seed.
Yes.
They're not touching the second round. Surely not. Have you been? Have you been watching any games?
They're not playing bad, eh?
They're playing pretty
They're
good.
playing some good
Who
basketball.
have they got? Kevin Herter. Who is that?
D-Fox,
Fox,
Sabonis.
Sabonis,
Harrison Barnes.
Harrison Barnes,
Sabonis.
young
The
Keegan
bonus.
Murray. The bonus.
Oh no, they traded him. What's his name?
Halliburton.
Halliburton. Don't
Yeah,
worry. I was
no,
gonna
he's
say
at
Indiana.
Halliburton.
They got a good young, or not a good
Young
young. They got a
core.
good bench as well. Like,
Goes deep.
um,
Yeah. Resume.
Terrence Davis,
Don't know who that
Yeah.
is.
He's not bad.
Malik Monk,
Malik
Trey
Monk.
Lyles,
Malik Monkey.
Davion Mitchell.
And Malik Monk's fire, but they haven't
Why
got
did
that. They
the
haven't got that
Lakers-
playoff pedigree.
Nah,
so to
they
speak.
don't. But
That's the problem.
They're going to get there 7 games. I think a team can work them out. An experienced team can work them out in 7 games.
you'd hope so.
Same as the Grizzlies. I still don't think they have enough.
No. What about you, Skip? I know it's wide open, but kind of any sort of predictions on the chip and MVP?
I think Luke has got to be the front runner, and by a long way at the moment.
Yeah.
Just the numbers he's putting up is insane.
Yeah. The only reason I said, by the way, Jokic, he would win it just because of his team success, but
Yeah.
Lucas' team honks. Simple as that.
Yeah. But isn't that the whole point of being the most valuable player?
That's what I thought. But they don't do it like that. They go off seeding. It doesn't make sense. But that's a whole nother argument on to...
Well, it's like saying, like, Jokic is putting up some fucking awesome numbers. But if you went and put Jokic at Dallas by himself,
Yeah.
is he doing that?
No.
No.
Because they can't make shots. They can't win games.
You put Luka in with Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
And is he going to do the same thing? Probably.
Yeah, 100%. If not more.
And you take Luka out of that side, they honk.
Oh, they honk with him, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but but that's what I mean. Like, that's why he's the most valuable
Yeah,
player
yeah,
in the league, because that you take him out of the team
Yeah.
and they don't win.
You
I
put
love
Luka,
that. I've always loved that argument, but I've had to try get rid of it because it irritates you. Like, because that's the thing with LeBron his whole career. You take him out, the team sucks. But just because he is a 10 seed, like, it doesn't make sense. But
Yeah. So I think Luka wins at the moment. Luka's by far the best player in the
he's
league.
comfortable front runner.
what's
Yeah.
their seeding? Where are they at?
I don't actually know.
I think they're like 6th or 7th, maybe.
Because the last person to win it that high was 6th seed, and that he averaged a triple double.
Fifth seed.
Yeah, Russ won it in 6th seed. But I'm the same. But who's your chip predictions?
It's hard, eh? But look at Golden State, like,
Defending champs, and they're just pathetic.
yeah.
What are they up to?
But it's like they're still in the 6th seed. I think
Is it that turmoil at the start of the season kind of shaking up
Possibly.
the locker room a bit, or
possibly, but they like Steph said a fair bit of the season out. They've had a few injuries here and there. They've gone times where they didn't have any of their starting 5 available.
yeah, true.
And to still
And
be
they're
in
all
the
getting old.
still be in the 6th seed. I think if they make the playoffs, it's still going to be very hard to beat them. Plus, like the experience, like, and I was thinking about it today actually. Like, you just imagine Steph doesn't have a night where he scores 30 points. They
You got
probably
Clay.
still don't lose. Clay probably dropped 30. Jordan Poole probably dropped 30. You look at Boston, if
Yeah.
Jason Tatum doesn't go well, you've only got Jaylen Brown, and if he doesn't go well, you're probably losing. Same with the Nuggets. So they take away Jokic's scoring and passing. How do they go? Under pressure.
Yeah,
And
I don't
playoffs.
think
Yeah.
they got it.
You take Giannis off the Bucks. How do they go? Like, there's only, like, you look at the amount of, like,
Are you saying there's so many variables?
There's so many variables, but there's also so many options for Golden State to do well because they play defense so well all the time, no matter who's on the court.
Yeah.
And you could have a random starting 4 out there, and Clay will go and drop 50. Like,
A
or
lot
Jordan
of their
Poole will
defense
just
is
cut.
off the back of Draymond though.
Yeah, and obviously that's a variable as well. If he's not healthy, then
Yeah.
they probably don't win as comfortably. But I do think they still go all right. It's I think it's who they come up against and how well, or who's available. Hopefully, Draymond Green's.
I think the big factor of that is their playoffs are all 7 games too. So even if you lose 2, you've still got another potentially 2 games to turn it around before you're actually beaten. Like I watched them play Celtics the other day. They were down by Golden State. They were down by like 12 points, and in the space of a minute, they were back level because they're just sinking 3-pointers.
Yeah, it's ridiculous the way
They're
that
so
they shoot.
unreal with how they can just go.
I watched them against
Bang.
the Hawks, literally against the Hawks, and they had nobody. And Klay Thompson's out here getting 10 threes and 51 points.
Was that against?
And just
was that against the Hawks?
Yeah, and single-handedly just carrying them and we're full strength.
Yeah, because I've seen that, and of course
It's a
it was against the
joke.
Hawks.
And that when Kayvon Looney double OT
Yep.
tipped it in.
Yeah.
Balls.
The tip was in.
The
Yeah,
tip was in. Yeah.
that was the one we watched. Oh
But
no,
but
well, I was
another
watching it, yeah.
another shout to be honest. Obviously, they need their stars healthy. The Nets
Yeah.
flying
They're
under the
doing pretty
radar.
well. Like, yeah, they're doing pretty well. Was it?
They're like second
Third
or
seed?
third seed.
Yeah, they were third seed, but they were like on a 10-game win streak.
And is that off the back of KD or?
KD and Kyrie, but even like I seen the other day, KD's obviously out injured. And Kyrie's out there dropping 42,
And that
11
goes-
rebounds, 6 assists.
They go so far under.
Yeah, because I thought
It's
they were a lost
just-
cause once Harden was gone. I was like, yeah,
It is
we're all
seriously
done.
wide open. Like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I can't get past the Bucks 'cause I still think Giannis is the most unstoppable player in the league.
Have you seen him play the Hawks? That's it.
Yeah, unless
Because we held him to 7 points in 3 quarters.
what did he score in the fourth?
I can't even remember, but it wasn't. He didn't score.
Much.
He didn't get over 20, I don't think.
But Hawks are the the greatest
Yeah,
team of
greatest
all time.
defender. Yeah,
It's a bit
the best starting 5 in the league. And
things of that nature. But yeah, I'm just gonna go with the Bucks.
You still in the Bucks?
Still going the Bucks.
Lost today.
What's their seed?
They're probably
They second?
still second.
Second.
Man.
5 games behind.
We're in Nets fourth though. Looks like.
Nets.
they're-
Yeah, Nets are 4th.
Who's in that third spot?
Philly.
Yeah, they're under the radar as well. Actually.
What about
Philadelphia.
The Pelicans.
They were my sleeper team. I didn't have them.
They're unhealthy as shit, and still sitting in the 4th seed.
Yeah.
Just
What about the
on-
Lakers?
Did you hear
13th
about
seed.
Did you see the old Shannon Sharp?
Yeah,
Team Morant?
Team Morant.
He's pulling up for a scrap. What? No, it wasn't. It was Shannon Sharp and
Dylan
Dylan
Brooks.
Brooks.
Yeah.
And then
Dylan
Steven
Brooks.
And Steven Adams come over
Steven
and
Adams came out. The whole Grizzlies bench came over. Everyone.
Shannon Sharp was ready for a scrap.
Shannon Sharp. Did you see what he said?
And what did he say?
So he first of all he said to Dylan Brooks, "You're too small to guard LeBron. Stop talking that shit."
Because he's the biggest LeBron fan.
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah, and then Dylan Brooks said like "F you," and he said "F you back." Then Steven Adams came over all angry, and Jar started trying to have
And
a
then
go at
Dan
him.
got involved
And
in
he
the
and he
narrative.
and he said, "You don't want this," to Jar. And Jar kept coming. Then T Morant came around, and they had a go. Shannon Sharp got pulled into the thing, and he said, "They're talking shit. They don't want none of my beef. Like they don't want me."
Oh my god.
And then they
Uncle,
said to
sit down.
I seen this thing today, and it said Dylan Brooks said, someone asked him, "Do you think Shannon Sharp should have been allowed to be back in his seat?"
I've seen that. Yeah.
And he said, "A pedestrian like him, no way. But because it's in LA, of course he is." And I was thinking, a pedestrian like
as
him,
talking him down.
as in like he's a pedestrian, like he's a nobody.
Isn't he a Hall of Famer, NFL player?
This is what I'm saying. I looked up
Oh.
his stats to give to you, right? Okay, so 3-time Super Bowl champ,
Pedestrian.
What's Dylan Brooks done?
three seasons where he went
Fiddle with
over
it,
1,000 yards receiving. First tight end ever to go 10,000 yards in his career. 8-time Pro Bowl. 4-time first team like All NFL.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer. You know what Dylan,
Pedestrian.
you know what Dylan Brooks has done?
What's his stats?
1 silver medal for Canada.
No,
That's
no,
it.
yeah. Well, Shannon
And
is
Shannon
the
Sharp
pedestrian.
has the greatest Hall of Fame speech you'll ever see.
He's hit one.
Well, he said,
You've got one silver medal for Canada. You've done nothing else.
and
Nothing.
he said, that I'm the first Hall of Famer in here in history, where I'm not even the best player in my family.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? Which I'm actually glad you bring that up because I tried to research it. What happened to his brother?
I don't know. I
'Cause
never
his
looked it
brother
up.
was in the NFL,
Yeah.
but I don't know what happened. If it was like a injury or like.
Yeah.
I don't know, but to me, that's crazy how you're putting someone down who's in a in the NFL Hall of Fame already, and it has way more accomplishments than you'll probably ever have in your career. You're not even the fourth best person on your team.
And because I listened to Shannon Sharp and
I think he might be.
Oh, maybe
I genuinely think he's probably the fifth best player on the starting five.
Ja Morant,
yeah,
Steven Adams,
Jaron Jackson.
Jaron
Jr.,
Jackson Jr.,
Desmond Bain.
Desmond Bain. So you're literally the fifth best
Yeah.
starting.
pedestrian.
You're the pedestrian, brother.
Yeah.
You
Because
honk.
I listened to Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless is undisputed, so I'm keen for this one because Skip Bayless he normally gives it to old Shannon and
I hate that dude with a passion.
Skip
He
Bayless.
is
Yeah.
He's
Skippy
Like
Bayless,
Yeah.
your namesake.
Yeah, I might have to change my name because of him.
Yeah.
he genuinely honks. He gets so. Oh.
He hates for no reason. But on the topic of kind of Lakers NBA Skip Bayless hating, he likes to hate one man, LeBron James.
That he does.
How many points are we away? I'm aware you keep an eye on the points. It's
I actually don't
hang
know
on.
as from yesterday.
252,
Is that what it is now?
254. Check it.
Is that what it is now?
Just type up LeBron Kareem. I think it's 254 points away. There's a tracker on the NBA app.
Yeah,
A bit of a starting five going to work in
I
Philly.
reckon it's 261, but he definitely got more
Wow,
points
wee.
than.
You know he's been dropping crazy numbers as well.
Embiid.
Sabonis.
As in he's a walking double, eh?
Mate,
Reckon-
he's starting to become a walking triple double.
Reckons
my God.
261,
261.
but that's still very very close.
Now with I'll start with you. Once he passes that Kareem and he becomes the greatest scorer of all time, where does that put him in the GOAT debate?
For me, that's hard because he's already my goat. You know,
Yeah.
longevity wise, he's played 20 years straight of consistent, high scoring, high efficient
Yeah.
basketball
And you can
seasons.
rattle off like all the things that he's done. Like
And
there's just too many to name.
It's just unreal. Like, and obviously people was at, but he doesn't have a defensive player of the year. He got robbed. Okay,
Yeah.
2013 got robbed. Fatty Gasol.
Fat Gasol.
Fat Gasol didn't even make the first team all defense.
Yeah.
So how do you win
doesn't even
decoy if
make
you're not in
sense.
first team all defense? That's clear rigging.
Yeah.
Like at that
I
point.
feel the same way. How do you
And-
feel? Are you the same?
I'm saying.
Is he already the GOAT, or does that make him the GOAT?
No, I think he's already the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hate because the thing I hate the most is that whenever you seem to talk about LeBron and what he's done, and you're not dissing Michael Jordan,
No,
but they
Michael
they
Jordan.
suck and whinge and complain and they hate
but Michael
LeBron.
Jordan did like 6 or something.
Yeah. Oh no, Michael Jordan did that though.
They hate LeBron, and it's like I'm not saying I hate Michael Jordan. I'm just saying I think that he's better than Michael Jordan. I think LeBron's better than him.
Yeah.
And the thing
Why are you
that
crying and getting all upset and saying how much you hate him?
Yeah. He definitely
hate
gets
him because he's
unnecessary
so
hate
good.
Because of that.
You hate him because he's so good.
But then what should it be like? It's going to be the shittest day in the NBA when he retires, though.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
going to be a pretty shit day.
Yeah. I'll probably take the week off.
Yeah. Just to kind of mourn.
Maybe a month.
the thing I've said this to Chief. I know I have. The fact that I know that LeBron never went three-peat winning titles, right? But after that three-peat, Michael Jordan took a 2-year hiatus
2-year gap.
because he was
Or year and a half and
he
come
was-
back and he lost.
He was too tired. He was fatigued.
yeah.
Yeah, it must be hard making the NBA Finals. I'm not digging that because I could never ever do it. But LeBron made 8 straight,
Yeah. And the thing is...
and he didn't give up on fatigue, and he didn't like the first 4 years. Yeah, D Wade and stuff, and that. The other year that he made the first year with the Cavs where he made the finals in 2015 or whatever it was, everyone was injured.
Yeah.
The thing that-
2016,
And by the way, he
26
averaged 40 in that series.
Yeah,
the most
Shit
annoying thing
efficiency.
is that is the amount of like even talking about being the greatest point scorer in the history of the NBA, and people say, "Yeah, but look at it's because of how many games he's played."
No,
It's because he's out on the court. Yes, that's right.
No, he took too much, so it doesn't count.
No, but the thing.
Or look, and you know what the worst part is? He's a pass first, and he's still
He's
going to
in
be
like top 10 of assists all
and
time.
he's still going to be the greatest scorer in the NBA.
Is he top 10
Yeah,
assists
10
all time?
Assists, yeah. He's like 6th, I think.
It's a joke.
And you'll probably
man.
end with 40,000
no,
assists.
but
Points.
The thing is, though, he's played less, like 157 or something less games than Kareem, I believe. He's still 75 games less than Karl Malone,
Yeah.
and he's 2,000 more points ahead of him.
Nah, but Michael Jordan only played this amount of games.
I think that's LeBron's fault. So
But yeah,
dumb.
I feel the same way. He was already the GOAT, but I think it's getting harder and harder to dispute his greatness.
But when you look at sports stars doing what they're doing, and you think, oh, like some people, yeah, he needs to retire. I look at him and I think this man could still play in 3 years.
I was about to say that he's still
Cameron
got, like,
Smith, when he retired, he could still play for another 3 years.
Yeah,
Like
one of those ones.
Tom Brady, he could probably still go another 3 years.
Yeah.
Like these dudes are so good, and
Well, the
like,
last
we're
17
actually
games
we're actually so blessed to live in this
era
where there's been so many like
Good athletes.
in the soccer, basketball, the rugby league.
yeah,
all
it's
of it.
crazy.
But I wonder if that's what everyone felt 30 years ago. Like, in 20 years, are we going to be those?
But I watched I seen something, and I don't know if this is true because I think it is, but the NBA rules back in the day where you couldn't actually double team.
Yeah.
Was that an actual rule?
Yeah, you
I
can only
believe
guard
so.
one person.
You could only guard one person. So no wonder Jordan
No, no,
averaged
no.
30.
There's a few rules like that where, there's a back to the basket. You could just stay there all day.
Yeah,
And just,
and it was in no 3-second violation of the paint either.
there's something like that. There's so many rules that.
But see,
Made
there's
it
a-
easier to score
There was
points.
the one, and the video that I seen was that, like, say, Michael Jordan, right? Let's use him for example because he's the best player ever. If he was 1-on-1 against the fucking plumber, because that's who he was playing against, and he beat him,
Yeah.
no one could come over and help.
Yeah. And that I was going to say
Of
that as
course,
well.
he's going to score.
All those rules, let alone the lack of athleticism in the
Yeah,
the athletes back then, because that's sports science. Obviously, there wasn't.
like you just imagine, like every
If Michael
decade.
Jordan was in today's era, I think Damian Lillard would be better than him.
Reckon?
Yeah, just because of his outside game.
Yeah, fair.
Michael Jordan's only got the height.
You like I'm like you talk about the athleticism of athletes, and I think 10 years ago, watching the NRL, and I used to think, yo,
Yeah.
and I watch the players now, and I'm thinking, holy shit.
For example, how I talk about it, Bo Ryan. He wouldn't get a look in Queensland Cup these days.
It's
How did he make the wing?
But
Bo
that's what I mean. Like
Ryan.
these dudes that you think back and think he had a good career in the NRL back then. And you just think he's a gun, and he ain't shit now.
Who's another one of those?
There's heaps.
Jamie Buhrer.
Yeah, another one with Aiden Tolman. He's retired now, but
James McManus.
Ackermanis, let's go. He hung.
Adam McDougal.
Kurt Gidley.
So pretty much the whole night.
Nice, yeah. Because there's only you can find some from the Warriors as well, but like
Adam
Ben Hornby.
Hornby.
you
Yeel.
used to think these dudes are like, he is the man.
He's a
He is
freak.
the one.
And he-
No, he was not.
But like,
Plus athleticism. That's why I obviously Wally Lewis was great, but I don't like to give players from that era a lot of credit, just because like
the football sucked.
they couldn't even like spiral past a rugby ball.
Yeah.
It was like they're passing. Like, it's just a honker.
And the game was so different, like yeah, and that's why like, but so was the NBA. So it's like it's hard to it's hard to, and the NFL as well. Like it's all it's every sport.
Yeah.
It changes over time. It develops. The rules change. Everything changes. The
Are we going to
athletes
get to a
better.
point in 20 years where we're stuck in this era? No, nah. Richie
think
McCaw,
so.
LeBron, nah.
I don't know because I'm pretty open
To change.
to change and to like if someone is genuinely better, then like when I was growing up, I used to think Andrew Johns was the greatest.
Yeah.
NRL player there is.
By the way, he wasn't that bad. He was
No,
pretty-
he was like. No, I'm not saying he's
He's
bad.
an immortal.
Yeah.
But the more I watch, and the more I watch Cameron Smith, I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
this dude is the best I've ever seen.
Yeah. But I still think if you chucked Andrew Johnson, not at his age, but Andrew Johnson back then into this game, like, I think just the.
But
up
see,
there-
the game's played the way it is now because of Andrew Johns.
So if you
what do
put
you mean?
him,
He changed the
he
game
changed
to
the
the way
game.
it's played now. Like
in what way?
every way, the kicking game, the way they attack.
So
He
his
was-
kind of mind
Yeah.
is.
Like he is elite.
Yeah, yeah.
and
his
he's still
mind is
developing
elite.
young halves today
Yeah,
and shaping them into what they should be.
he's a guy that
What?
up here is
Yeah.
probably one of the best ever in the game.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
his hardest thing is he can't like he
Talk.
no as a coach like he can't get across what's up here.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas his
But
brother,
if he's out there playing, then it's,
yeah. Whereas his brother Matty
yeah.
is all being able
Yeah.
to teach that.
And
It's crazy.
Joey
and,
Johns loves the snow too.
Yeah.
like
But a
us.
few snow cones, you know.
Loves the old snow.
Oh,
Old
well,
Joey.
like snowboarding in Queenstown. Or
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Or something?
Yeah, and like Threadbow and
Threadbare.
yeah, but yeah. So yeah, where we kind of on the NRL, kind of the last topic I've got here. I don't know if you've got any, but the NRL players. Can you kind of shed some light? Because I don't know that much. Can you kind of shed some light on what is going on with the NRL players at the moment? Do any of you guys know what's going on?
Isn't it more to do with the NRLW
I don't-
contracts? And that's why there's like
I don't know. I really haven't looked into it too much because it just pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like first it was a complaining about the pay and the fringe players don't get enough money. They're on 70K. I'm on less than that.
Oh,
If you don't want to be a fringe player, go and work a normal job.
Yeah.
Because
Because
it's- because it's ridiculous, man, like-
that's with any job. If you don't like it, just quit.
Yeah, go and find something. But that's the thing, like, and there's been NRL players, like some of the NRL greats from back in the day that have come out and said, like,
We didn't.
you
even get
guys are
paid.
soft.
Yeah.
But it's not even about it's not the old guys complaining about money. They did it for the love of the game. These guys are literally taking the piss now and being like, 500,000 is not enough, or 70K is not enough for a guy that's not even going to play one NRL game. What?
Give me 70K,
I'll
Literally,
go stand there and
pay
make
me 70 grand
grand.
and I'll do what he does.
and I'll go to training like twice a week and then play a game.
That's
on
what
the
they
weekend.
do.
You're playing a game. $70,000 to play a game. Come
Play a
on.
game.
And it's not enough to live on.
It's not, man. It's not.
What? Everyone else seems to do it fine.
Yeah. Or
How about save better?
or because you don't actually work. You train twice a week and you got to play a game on the weekend. Do something with the rest of the whole free time you've got. Like
Go do a part time or something.
Yeah, it's
Right,
pretty.
yeah.
It's pathetic. It is. It really is.
if
Pathetic.
it is about the money.
If it is about the money, but then the other thing I've heard is that it's about the transfer window
I did.
I think
read
I've heard that. What is that? What is a transfer window?
when they're allowed to start looking and negotiating and signing contracts between a certain amount of time. I think if you sign a contract, you should be held to that contract, and you aren't allowed to leave unless
Until
it's
that contract's up.
a legitimate reason, like a family member. You're from New Zealand or you're from Australia, and
Your-
you're in New
your
Zealand,
mum's got
and your
cancer, you
mum's
gotta go back.
and you've got to go home and look after her. That I
Obviously.
completely agree. Yeah, obviously, it's an obvious
Nah.
one, but
Contract.
sign a contract and then you change your mind.
Yeah,
Oh,
that,
well.
that I don't agree with.
Tough shit.
I think what the transfer window, when I read it, it was like people were getting annoyed because they couldn't speak to other teams. If they didn't want to be at that club, they couldn't speak to other teams. Say after the 2024 season's finished, to go for 2020. Say your contract ends in 2024, right?
Yep.
They couldn't start talking to teams
Until after.
until the 2024 season is actually finished, which gives you like a very minimal space of time.
to kind of suss
to
you out for
suss
2025.
deals. Which I kind of agree.
They all like the managers are whispering, "Oh yeah," well,
But
like verbal agreements.
I kind of agree, but at the same time, like, oh
If-
well,
at the
If
same
that's
time,
if that's an issue, how about you play better
yeah.
yeah.
and get your contract renewed?
Or if that's an issue, quit and get
Yeah.
a job then.
Yeah, we seem
Literally.
to be coming back to the same point where if it's not good enough, just leave.
Couldn't get a job then.
if you are not happy,
Because
go
you
and
know
be happy.
You know the thing that annoys me the most is that they're like without the players, there is no game.
Cool.
What, you don't think anyone else? You don't think the Q Cup players will put their hand up to go and play?
The Q Cup players will play for free. Like,
Yeah, but you don't think when they say if there's no us, there's no game. You don't think that the Q
you
Cup
know how
players
many
will be
levels of
you know
players
what?
there are that's their goal?
Yeah, skip
I'll
your make
go
a comeback.
play.
Yeah.
I will go play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll dust off the boots.
Gives a
I
gives
am
a
playing.
chance.
That's it.
But it's
Well,
like
I already am, but
okay, if I didn't like my job, I had a job last year. I didn't like it. I quit.
yeah, it seems to be becoming a common theme with you
Yeah,
though. So,
But yeah.
Yeah,
so maybe now I'm starting to think it's a you problem.
sorry about
Yeah.
that. But yeah, anything in life, if you don't like doing it, don't do it.
Yeah.
How about let's not do it?
Yeah. Anywho, it's kind of stirred up a
Few
bit
kittens.
in the working class.
Yeah.
Men, it's really stirred up a few emotions because you shouldn't be complaining.
Because it's a very easy thing to just quit.
Quit and go get a job then.
Oh, looks like I'm retiring.
Yeah.
Then.
So yeah, that's kind of all I got for the notes. Do you guys have any last things to scratch on? Any catch ups on kind of what's happening? Australian cricket, pretty pathetic. South Africa, not much to talk
Michael
about
Clark, Carl Stefanovic, wowee.
What happened there?
Did you not?
Oh, he wouldn't have seen it. He doesn't have TikTok or social media.
happened?
So apparently Michael Clark. Do you know like the full thing?
Michael Clark's done a little bit of a text to some bird that's not his partner or wife,
Michael Clark's got a wife,
and he's done the old "You're the one that I want. Come with me to India on tour." You know, the
So
old,
yeah, so
he's-
He said a Tim Payne.
his
yeah,
partner
He's really gone in.
his partner is sisters with Carl Stefanovic's wife. So Carl Stefanovic is his brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And then
Kylie Clark, I believe her name
Yeah,
is.
and then on the internet, obviously there's a video that's come out, and he said Michael Clark's walking down the street. It's like pitch black. They've been on the old pissy darks.
Terps.
Yeah, and so he's walking away, and she said, "Babe, please," like that's Michael Clark, and he goes, "She can hit me, but I tell you what, now Carlos, you C word," and then he goes, "You," and then just there's a bunch of swear words after.
Michael Clark.
Yeah. I tell you what, Carlos.
Oh my god.
And then
Trying to
so-
fight him in the street.
What's with like elite Australian athletes or athletes in general? Sex scandals, texting. What is? Is there a sort of training you go through before you make it to that level? Where like how to, like, because have you heard about Kurtley Beale,
No.
No.
Australian?
Yeah, I know who
Yeah, I know who
Curly
he
Beale
is.
Australian
is.
rugby union player. Kind of weird. It never happens to kind of elite rugby players. Sexual assault.
Wow.
In a pub bathroom.
Oh wow, that's new.
Has a wife. Yeah, it's
Why,
really
though?
yeah, but
Like again, if you don't
It-
like your wife, quit
yeah,
No.
and be single.
the thing is with these allegations or any sort of Jared Hayne, all of them, I believe they're all innocent.
Until proven.
No. The person is always in the air. They're elite athletes. They're not struggling to get women. You know what I mean? That women throw themselves at them, but it's when it does happen, then they go to the police and go to all this stuff because they had intercourse. Do you really think Kurtley Beale's like raping someone? Like,
Don't know.
I don't reckon.
That's a
he
very
would.
touchy subject that I'm not really. I don't want to
I'm
really.
not really willing.
Well, he hasn't been proven guilty yet, so
True. That's
I-
my thing.
yeah,
I think
innocent.
it's
the same
innocent
with him.
until proven guilty.
It should be the same with everyone. The thing I hate the
but
most
he does
about
have a
it,
wife.
the thing I hate most about it is that they're put in the spotlight so much because they're professional athletes and like
yeah.
I get it. You're supposed to be a role model.
Yeah.
I signed up to be a football player, not a role model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it's just a job.
Yeah, if I have a few loose screws in my head and that's what I do, or not saying it's okay because
Yeah,
I don't agree with it completely, but if you like, what happens if some gym down the road decides to beat his wife up?
Yeah.
Does
Nothing.
he get put on the news?
Yeah. But then Benny Barber does it, and it's
Yeah,
and it's
it's
everywhere.
it's
He threw a rock.
it is. I was about to say, and it's a
everywhere.
crime, but it is. It literally is a crime. Like you can't do it. But why is it not the same for old mate down the road? He
Yeah,
bashed
yeah.
his wife.
You
Why
know,
didn't he
but
get
the-
put on the news?
Perfect-
insane.
perfect-
Like you saying that when Kurtley Beale left the courthouse, yeah, that cameras everywhere. Like,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Perfect example of this though, of like, obviously like big athletes getting put in the fucking limelight. Payne Haas's mum kills 2 people in the car crash, and it's always
Payne Haas's mum's a murderer.
Yeah.
She was on the piss driving.
yeah. But then it's Payne Haas. Mother
What's
of
it got
Pain-
to do with?
Mother
It's
of
got nothing
Pain
to do
Haas.
with him.
It's got
Yeah.
nothing to do with him.
Literally, he did not do a thing.
He didn't do a thing, but he's all over the news
Yeah,
now,
I don't-
attached to it.
And even like
And
even
then they go
someone that's
interview
retired.
Broncos. They went into the Broncos headquarters and interviewed
Yeah.
someone. What's it got to do with the Broncos?
A player that played 15 years ago and he's done something wrong. He's not even playing rugby league. He's not even in the game anymore.
And they'll go to
He's
the
just
club?
a normal human. Ex-NRL star, fucking Ben Jones was found doing cocaine. No one cares. He's not playing NRL
He's
now.
not in the NRL.
He
So.
finished 20 years ago. Leave him. Leave the
That
game
Payne
alone.
Haas one is the worst one I've seen. Though.
Literally.
His mum. But what has it got to do? And then, because then they cut straight to the shot of like
Interviewing a Broncos.
no,
player.
like a Broncos, like someone higher up in the Broncos.
Yeah.
At the front of the Broncos.
Headquarters.
What does it have to do? What did the Broncos do?
Broncos did nothing.
They signed the son.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not looking good for her, bro. Like,
Nah,
she's
but she deserves to be in jail.
oh, without a doubt.
Like
100%.
for who she is, like get rid of her.
I heard that she's a bit of a pig of a woman before this anyway.
Yeah, completely.
But yeah.
That's unreal to do
Like
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Just a
Like, no
disgusting
conscience
human
on
being.
someone
eh?
else's, but like Payne Haas's mother. Just say,
And then he had to
Just say
take
her
personal
name.
leave.
yeah, because he's been probably
Which is
getting-
fair.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's still no one's
It's got nothing to
business.
do with
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
But yeah, Curtly Beale, 4 charges of sexual assault, including intercourse, blah blah blah, all the things.
Nice.
Obviously innocent and proven guilty, but it's just why always these NRL players? And maybe it's because of their fame. Maybe that's why.
A lot of it probably has to do with their egos as well. Because you got to have a big ego.
100% actually.
You
Now
got to
that
have a
you've said
big
that,
ego to get to that place, like to get into the NRL in the first place.
Think
you gotta
about
you're
Jared
the
Hayne.
best.
He probably thought he could do that to that woman because
Because
of
he has a
thought
massive
yeah,
ego.
100%. Now that
Like
you say
like
that,
it's,
actually.
you got to look at these players as like not like they're human beings, but they're not normal human. They've been thinged by fame.
100%. Their ego,
Like because you imagine how many times they'd be approached by a woman. That
Yeah.
also boosts your ego because
and
you're
like,
just
slot
that
a field
confident.
goal, 50,000 people go insane. Like
Yeah, and you're like, I'm the mantis,
Yeah.
and then you go out to a club after.
yeah, 100% actually. Lock him up for life. That's it.
I'm not saying that he's guilty, but it's
you
that would change you
Yeah,
100%.
give him life.
Life imprisonment.
Yeah.
Get him in there.
But yeah, is that what we're going to wrap it up? 3
I
cap?
just wanted to touch on the little Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't, so shut up.
I've seen you've posted a bit of a story.
Yeah, MVP.
They've just got it. Has he kind of willed the team back to a victory there?
No, he's just the greatest player that I've ever seen.
To ever touch a pigskin?
Yeah. So
He's genuinely that good.
yeah, you can put him lock him in for Hall of Fame already.
Yeah.
Is he better than Tom Brady?
I think he will be.
If he can stay healthy,
The thing about Tom Brady is that I think he played in an era where there was no one.
Yeah.
None of these dudes are good.
well, there was people just not as good as him, and his team was elite, and he never got touched. That's another big part of it.
But his team was still elite when Pat Mahomes came into the conversation and he left the AFC.
Again, like you've said it to me before, his what was it? His division.
Yeah,
His division blew.
yeah.
He won his division every
Tommy.
year because
He won 15 years
no one
straight.
was in it.
Oh.
They
His
played,
teams
against, they
weren't
played
good.
against the Jets, the Bills, and the Dolphins, who
They all sucked
before
at the
Josh
time.
Allen. Yeah, before Josh Allen came along, they all sucked. Josh Allen comes into the league and he starts going all right. Tom Brady, I'm out. No, seriously.
Genuinely.
And I
Now
think he's
in
going to
another pool
retire.
now.
I think he's going to retire now. I think he's done.
I heard his form's a bit not up to par.
They had a losing record and still made the playoffs as a 4th seed because they won their division. Because they won their
Because
division.
divisions.
It's
Because
pathetic.
NFL do it in
It is
divisions.
pathetic.
They have
It's a joke.
They have North, South, East, West in both AFC and NFC. And if you win your division, you go through, which I think is completely wrong.
So this is what
But
the
you could be,
standings look like.
so if it was like East and West, you could be like the 10 seed and still go through. No, but he's gone on to win it, so I can't really say that. Like he's gone on to beat those good teams.
No, well, he's out now. That's what he finished with.
No,
a losing
this
record
year.
This year. And
This year.
He's
He's
out
done.
first week
Yeah.
to the team that finished 5th.
Okay, so
But like in a
Because
different
they had
division.
Yeah.
But they still had it. The team
They
that
still
finished
had a
5th had a
better
better record. Was 12-4.
But they got to
Tom
host
Brady's
the-
was
yeah.
8-9.
Ew.
They got to host the playoff game.
People that had a better record than them missed out on playoffs because they won the division.
But yeah, back to Paddy. He's going to win his. Well, I believe he's going to win his second MVP.
I reckon he probably wins.
He's into his 5th straight AFC Championship game, which is getting up there with.
Oh yeah, because he just played today, division.
Is it looking like he's going to take out the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I'm very nervous. I think so. Tomorrow's the game between Coach's team, the Bills, Buffalo Bills, and Cincinnati Bengals. I think it depends on who wins that game, and to be honest, how Paddy pulls up because he did get injured today. That's why he's landed on the ankle, bit of a bend in the leg. Coach sort of like what Coachy did in the backyard here with a bit of a strain in the leg, but
that wouldn't have. Paddy Mahomes wasn't as heartbreaking as
as what Coachy did in the
definitely
backyard.
Definitely not.
But yeah, just that was in the first quarter, I believe, and he went off. Obviously, they took him down the sheds to get X-rays. He wasn't happy about it. And we bring on our backup quarterback, who shout out to Chad Henne, who's 37 years old, come on as a backup quarterback.
37,
and
what a king!
The man hasn't. You'd be honestly be lucky if he's touched the ball, had a snap all season, in a game.
and he's
come
got the
out
boys
into.
home.
Well, he only played for a quarter, but he come out on the Chiefs 2-yard line, and he's took him down the field, and he's postseason in Kansas City postseason history. He's led the longest drive for a touchdown in the Kansas City history.
He's the GOAT.
98 yards, and he scored a touchdown at the end of it. And then
He scored it.
No, he didn't score it. He threw the pass to score it. And then Paddy Mahomes come back in the second half.
Watch him get a $90 million
Taped up.
contract next year.
Who, Chad Henne?
Yeah.
No, I think he's just have stayed. He'll just stay in the Chiefs as a
Henny
backup.
Ducks.
Yeah. But yeah, Paddy Mahomes has just got there. 27-20 they won, so they're through to the
I'm sure he'll be
AFC
hitting the
Championship
rehab
game.
Actually,
quite a lot.
Yeah. Philly are playing at the moment against New York.
let's have a look at that score. You just keep going.
They were up 14-0 in the first quarter, so it wasn't looking good for New York.
Well, the Giants, yeah,
Giants are honking. They lost a few players last week, so not good for them.
yeah. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 28-7 of the Eagles.
So the Eagles are through
Yeah.
to the NFC Championship game, which they will host.
Yeah, I think Bengals probably win tomorrow. As heartbreaking that is for me.
I don't know.
I think their defense is so good.
I'm kind of hoping you guys win.
Don't get me wrong, I want to win.
I'd rather play Buffalo, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well,
What
no,
a
because
matchup
of how
that
good
would
the
be.
games are.
Yeah, what a matchup that would be. Brother against brother kind of thing.
Well, it was
Yeah.
last year, and it was literally one of the greatest games in playoff history.
Like literally 5 touchdowns in 2 minutes. In the last 2 minutes.
Oh my God, clutches.
Have you seen?
Nah. We
Sure,
might have
highlights.
to, liaise around the highlight reel.
Because honestly, it's crazy. Like 1 touchdown in the last 2 minutes, like 5. Like these dudes were balling.
We were watching it, and
was
we were like,
crazy,
no
bro.
way, no way, I'm back in the lead. And then
Who won?
Chiefs.
Chiefs won.
Stop laughing.
Suck it, brother.
But it was an overtime, eh?
Yeah, OT.
Yeah.
And because for some reason they didn't want to defend Travis Kelce that day at all.
They didn't.
So,
Wasn't really feeling it.
But
no, they were just, I'll just let him run.
I'm going to say this now: Travis Kelce is the best tight end of all time. I don't
Yeah,
care
100%. I don't care about Gronkowski.
or
Get him out
Tony
of the
Gonzalez,
conversation.
who also has another great Chief. No disrespect to,
But
yeah, but Travis Kelce is crazy.
Gronkowski, get out. Thanks,
Still.
brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Are we going to do a 3-cap multi today? Or
What's the NBA games we got tomorrow? Get me up. Get it up for me.
Oh, just another little thing while we're getting that up. Hawks, you honk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Take that trade.
Hawkers.
Ice trade. They've just gone down to the who'd they lose to today?
The Hornets.
Hornets.
Plumlee.
We got
Plumlee.
Mavs versus Clippers. So that's probably an easy
Are Lakers
dub.
playing tomorrow?
Yes,
They
sir.
are against the Trailblazers.
Trailblazers win.
You putting that on?
Is Damien injured?
I'm not sure.
Trailblazers win.
Okay. Are you sticking with NBA?
No.
No, you're not. Okay.
I don't know what.
What are you doing?
I don't know what soccer's on
Protec.
tomorrow. What have we
BBL
got?
finals on.
Final?
Final.
It's the finals.
Oh, is it the finals already?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, let's
Well,
have a look at that.
what's it called? There it is.
Oh, Scorchers to beat the Renegades. There you go.
Scorchers.
And I am...
That'll be quite convincing as well, I believe.
And also put down. Oh, what a king!
You know what?
No quit.
Yeah,
2 p.m.
showtime.
I'm going to have faith. I'm going to go Buffalo.
I thought you were gonna get Clippers.
Oh, Fluffalood.
Fuck.
I thought you were
No.
going the blopers.
Fluffalood.
How much you want to put on? Because I've still got the $15 we won from last 3-cap multi, by the way. Shout out.
$5. $5.
Go
Just do a little
fiver?
cheeky fiver.
Yeah.
It's $16.49 it's paying.
We're winning that. Oh, what was it? What was the multi we won on actually?
Yeah, I'll get it up. Pause.
Well, what about the multi we won?
Yeah.
I'll try and find it. So we had Portland to win over the Timberwolves.
Who
That
picked
was your
that?
league?
Who
No,
picked that?
That was you, eh?
Uh,
What are the other leagues first? Read the
Yeah.
other leagues out because we're about to tell.
Philadelphia Eagles to beat the Giants.
I think that was me.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
And Portland would have been me because there's France versus Morocco.
Yeah, and that was you.
That was
Yahtzee, bitch.
boom.
Boom, brother.
Ka-ching now.
Ching.
And it reverberates.
Oh.
Oh.
Every
Well,
time-
that was our last
every
podcast.
time we hit one.
Yeah.
That was our last podcast. And
So France for Morocco was.
Well, that was Sunday the 11th.
Of December. So, yeah, about a month and a half. Oh,
Yeah, nearly a month and a
month,
half.
month and a half.
yeah.
Month and a week.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so give us a 3-cap on the multi. What's our multi?
Portland to beat the Lakers.
Yeah.
Scorchers to beat the Sixers.
The Renegades.
Renegades, sorry.
No one's beating the Sixers, by the way, because Steve Smith back-to-back hundreds.
And then
Boy,
I
you're
put
kidding, boy.
Bills to beat the Bengals, and that is paying $16.49.
Ka-ching.
Yahtzee.
Yeah, Yahtzee, bitch.
Yahtzee.
Anywho, that wraps up the episode. Felt like a kind of a 53 minutes, 29 seconds by the time this is done. That's the prediction. But we'll be back next week. Again, Year of the Dolphin 2023. I don't know how we're going to... I'm trying to think of ways to... How we're going to do the Dolphins games. Are we going to do like a mic'd up vlog-like kind of live reaction to the first NRL
reckon.
game?
I feel like, we take a camera and we vlog our whole experience.
But we clip the mics on.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Something like that, and yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be a fair bit of editing, I think.
Just
Yeah.
just
There might be a few
watch out.
swear words.
Watch out.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a trailer when we do that. We'll
Yeah.
put out a trailer.
There's going to have to be a trailer, because that's going to be a blockbusting video.
Well,
And then the following
Question.
week,
that's
Are
gonna
we
be a
going to the trial
blockbusting
game?
week.
I don't think I can make it just because it's so late. Because it's a
It's on a
Thursday
Sunday.
night,
No, it's Sunday, isn't it?
Sunday night.
Yeah.
But it's like kickoff is 7:50, right?
Yeah.
What?
On a
7:50.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Heel.
That's what I mean. But I know it's similar for the first game of the season in March, but I'm going to take the next day off work so I can
So you're a
kitten.
kitten.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cat.
No, that makes sense then. Yeah, I can fully understand that you're.
I didn't realize it was Year of the
Yeah.
Kitten also.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently for some that aren't in kit, we can obviously see
He's got a hat on. Right?
he's wearing that as a joke.
Yeah.
He needs to take it off right now.
Yeah. So watch your mouth over there.
What did I do?
But yeah.
That's it. I wasn't even driving.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't even driving. That pig. But yeah. But when is the trial game?
Late Feb.
I think 15th, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe middle of Feb. I thought it was the 23rd of Feb, but it might be. I seen a photo on the.
We might have to make that happen. I might have to kind of arrange something.
If we can't, it's only a trial. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
19th of Feb.
But it would be a ripper of a game.
So it's 6:05 p.m.
6:05.
Yeah.
Cat, mate.
6:05 is a bit better than 7:50. We might have to make that
Dolphins
happen.
v Titans NRL preseason challenge. 6:05 p.m. Sunday, 19th of Feb.
Stay tuned. We won't record that one because that's just preseason corny.
Yeah, we don't want to record that.
Yeah, but just kind of warm up the vocal cords.
Yeah.
Might have to stay off the old alcohol because I'm already a bit passionate.
Yeah, I'm definitely staying off the old drink. 'cause,
Well, we are in fitness mode, so I'll be off
That
the
too.
alcohol. So yeah, and I'll be taking chicken and rice. Fuck.
Yeah, I'll be taking no hot chips, no hot chips for me.
I would.
But yeah,
No,
are you
thanks.
no alcohol as well? Because I'm no out because that's shit
Yeah.
for the body. Yeah. Stay tuned for the transformation coming soon.
Water bottle.
Not from me though,
No,
because I haven't started yet.
Transformation the other way because you've got to.
Yeah, so they're on calorie deficit. I have to obviously because
Pick up those loss.
we're 3 caps, so they're in a loss. So now I have to surplus.
Yeah, and
that's how it works.
Coachy never loses.
Yeah.
So
I don't lose.
Yeah.
So,
he's not a loser.
He's not taking L's.
So
Yeah.
only W's
Yeah.
or KGs in this thing.
All wooden spoons.
But yeah, we might have
Stay
to make
tuned.
the
Yeah, when is the
Stay tuned for the wooden spoon.
Chrissy video coming out? The old Christmas games.
We've got a bit of technical difficulties. I've got footage on the camera and on the phone. So that means I can't edit it on my phone. I would have to rip it all off onto the thing. Takes a bit of time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, we'll let you slide. Sorry about that one,
Yeah,
mate.
give me a bit of room to breathe.
Also, he's
Getting a bit heated around
Yeah.
here.
But yeah, might have to make that preseason
Yeah.
game happen. But that's the episode for this week. We'll be
Going
back
down
next
to-
week. We might have to
Shoot some hoops, are we?
head down to the courts.
Yeah.
Yeah, just check that breeze, the southerly, because. But yeah, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. And then this is then your outro. You go. Ready? See you next week. Thanks for watching.
Yahtzee.